It was a dark and stormy night when Tili the mouse scurried through the damp alleyways, trying to find shelter from the rain. She had been out scavenging for food when the storm hit, and now she was lost and alone. As she searched for a place to hide, she stumbled upon an old abandoned house. It was dark and creepy, but it was better than being out in the rain. Tili cautiously made her way inside and found a cozy little corner to curl up in. But just as she was about to fall asleep, she heard a loud meowing coming from the other side of the room. It was Bagu the cat, the mischievous pet who loved to play pranks on its owner. Tili tried to ignore Bagu and go back to sleep, but the cat was relentless. He kept jumping out from behind furniture and scaring her. Tili was getting fed up with Bagu's pranks and decided to teach him a lesson. The next morning, when Bagu was fast asleep, Tili snuck up to him and tickled his nose with a piece of grass. Bagu sneezed so hard that he fell off the couch and landed on the floor with a thud. Tili couldn't help but giggle at Bagu's misfortune. But Bagu was not one to be outdone. He was determined to get revenge on Tili. The next day, when Tili was out looking for food, Bagu snuck up behind her and pounced. Tili was so startled that she dropped her food and ran away. Tili was angry with Bagu for ruining her hard work, but she knew that she had to be careful around him. Bagu's pranks were getting more and more dangerous, and Tili didn't want to get hurt. One day, when Tili was hiding from Bagu in a pile of leaves, she came up with a plan. She would use Bagu's love of pranks against him. The next time Bagu tried to prank Tili, she pretended to be scared and ran away. But what Bagu didn't know was that Tili had set up a trap for him. When Bagu chased after her, he fell into a bucket of water that Tili had placed in his path. Bagu was soaked and furious. He couldn't believe that Tili had outsmarted him. But Tili just laughed and said, "It's not so fun when the prank is on you, is it?" From that day on, Bagu was a little more careful around Tili. He still loved to play pranks, but he made sure that they were harmless and fun. And Tili was happy to have a friend who could make her laugh. As the days went by, Tili and Bagu became the best of friends. They would explore the abandoned house together and share their food. And even though they still played pranks on each other, they knew that it was all in good fun. In the end, Tili and Bagu learned that it was important to have fun, but not at the expense of others. They learned to respect each other's boundaries and to always be there for each other. And so, Tili the mouse and Bagu the cat lived happily ever after, in their cozy little corner of the abandoned house.